Okay, so we have The Last Train to Clarksville. I think it's just Last Train to Clarksville, not the. By the Monkees. It is the Monkees. Excuse me. And we took a look at it on guitar. And now we're going to... Oh, my buttons are making a racket with this thing. Now we're going to take a look at it on ukulele. So the issue with it for ukulele is, as I think we've talked about, excuse me, on guitar, well, on ukulele, that's the lowest note that we have. And then once we start to get up around there, things start to get not very good sounding. Kind of what I call plinky. It just kind of sounds like a toy. It's like plink, plink, and it doesn't really sound very musical. So on a ukulele, we really only have like maybe an octave and a half that we can go from lowest note to highest note. On a guitar, we have much more than that because it's not only 6 strings, but, like I think we've talked about, this string on the ukulele is actually tuned in between 2 of the other strings, pitch-wise. So we really only have, that's the lowest string on a ukulele, those 2 are middle strings, and that's the highest string. So the lowest to the highest string, we really only have 3 sort of strings, and then there's that 4th string that's stuffed in the middle somewhere. On a guitar, there's 6 strings, and they all go from lowest to highest. So lowest, next to lowest, 3rd to lowest, 4th to lowest, 5th to lowest, which is 2nd to the highest, and then the highest. So there are no in-between strings. And so not only that, ukulele has like sort of the 3 strings from lowest to highest. Guitar has 6, and it's much lower, and tuning-wise, and you can play much higher up on the neck and still have the notes come out nice and clear. So it really, like, guitar is like this many notes, and a ukulele is like this many notes. So the problem with this song especially is it's in the key of G. So this note G, that's the lowest G we have. So all of these notes, that's a lower note, but it's not a G. That's a lower note, but it's not a G. That's a lower note, but it's not a G. That's a lower note, but it's not a G, not a G, not a G, not a G. So all of those notes are no good if we need a G. This is the lowest G that we have. And then the highest G that we have ends up being... yeah, here at the 10th fret. Yes, 10th fret. And we're already into sort of Plinksville. So any higher than that, and things really get icky. So we can't do that whole intro part on the song where it's dun dun. It actually, on guitar, it jumps 2 full octaves. So even if it was perfect for ukulele, note-wise, it's still too far of a jump. So there's not a whole lot we can do. We can kind of fake it and go. So what I'm doing is a G chord. I'm plucking just that note G, the 3rd fret on the E string, and then strumming the G chord, and then 5th fret on the C string, 5th, 4th, 2nd. So Not super great, but oh well. And then, and we could do, yeah, that's not the right note though. Yeah, yeah, see, it doesn't really work out. So I think that's the best we can do for ukuleles. It works, it's just not, I think it's really missing that intro bit. Okay, then the rest of the song's super easy. G, the verse, take the last time to so a C7, of course, 0, 0, 0, 1, and that's the oh no 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 part. Then it repeats the first verse. It does. It repeats the whole G again, then C7 again, and then it goes to the I don't know if I'm ever coming home, and that's D. I don't know if I'm ever coming. And then it does that little twice. Then it does the verse again. This time it doesn't do the repeat. Whatever the lyrics are. Something take last time. So G. C7. Now it goes to the bridge. Okay, and it's G, F add 9. So yeah, that sounds good. Okay. I just had to figure out like what's an F add 9 is an F with a G added on top of it, sort of a higher G. And on ukulele, because we don't have a big enough range, I had to kind of just quick figure out what's going on. Okay, so it's just a regular G, okay, and then an F, but leaving the 3rd fret on the E string, which is a G. So leaving that G there. So then we end up just playing 2, 0, 3, 0. So G, F add 9, G, and it's just one strum each. And it goes back and forth here 4 times. Meaning play the G and then the F add 9. That's 1 time. G, F add 9, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Then it goes to a verse. G's, C7s with the D. Don't know if I'm ever coming home. Then we have the instrumental section, and it is based on the G to F9 thing. So probably the easiest is yeah, that's what I figured. So all I'm doing is the last 2 strings, the E and the A, 3rd fret and 2nd fret, the E and the A strings, 3rd fret and 2nd fret respectively. What that means is keeping in the order that I just said. So the E string and the A string, the 3rd fret and the 2nd fret. So 3rd fret on the E, 2nd fret on the A, if that makes sense. And all I'm doing is yeah, I think it's better with the 3rd fret on the E string first. So I'm doing my thumb and a finger. So 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 0 3 0 3 0 3 0 3 2 3 2. And it does that 7.5 times, slightly more because the last time, and it hits that last bump right on the 1 of the second measure of the 7th time, I think. I think. Yeah, I think that's right. 7.5 times. I don't know. Now I'm wondering. But you can listen to the song and figure it out, I'm sure. Then a verse, the G's, the C7, and then the D, and then the twice, and then the outro is just G, with of course that sort of riff going through, which it goes through all of the verses throughout the whole song. It just ends on the G, you know, last train to Clarksville, and fades out on G. So there we are. Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees on ukulele.